Mastering cloud security auditing. Your cloud provider may be secretly exposing your sensitive data. Which cloud security controls and mechanisms are in place to ensure that the cloud provider securely stores and processes its customers' sensitive data, and what are the procedures for regularly reviewing and updating these controls to maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of sensitive data? To ensure the secure storage and processing of sensitive customer data, cloud providers must implement robust security controls and mechanisms. These controls should be regularly reviewed and updated to maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of sensitive data. The following is a detailed overview of the cloud security controls and mechanisms that should be in place. 1. Data encryption. The cloud provider should encrypt sensitive customer data both in transit, during transmission, and at rest, when stored. This ensures that even if unauthorized access occurs, the data will be unreadable without the decryption keys. Encryption protocols should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain secure and compliant with industry standards. 2. Access controls. The cloud provider should implement role-based access controls, RBAC, to restrict access to sensitive data to authorized personnel only. This includes multi-factor authentication, secure login protocols, and strict password policies. Access controls should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure that only authorized personnel have access to sensitive data. 3. Network security. The cloud provider's network should be segregated into different security zones, with sensitive data stored in isolated and heavily restricted zones. Firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and intrusion prevention systems should be implemented to detect and prevent unauthorized access. Network security controls should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain effective against emerging threats. 4. Data loss prevention, DLP. The cloud provider should implement DLP tools and techniques to detect and prevent unauthorized data exfiltration. DLP tools monitor data in transit and at rest, detecting and blocking suspicious activity. DLP controls should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain effective against emerging threats. 5. Incident response. The cloud provider should have a comprehensive incident response plan in place to respond quickly and effectively in the event of a security incident. The plan should include procedures for incident detection, containment, eradication, recovery, and post-incident activities. Incident response plans should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain effective and compliant with industry standards. 6. Compliance and regulatory adherence. The cloud provider should adhere to relevant industry standards and regulations, such as PCI DSS, HIPAA/HITECH, and GDPR. Compliance and regulatory adherence should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure the cloud provider remains compliant with evolving regulations. 7. Third-party risk management. The cloud provider should have a comprehensive third-party risk management program in place to assess and mitigate the risks associated with third-party vendors and service providers. This includes regular security assessments, due diligence, and contract reviews. Third-party risk management programs should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain effective against emerging threats. 8. Vulnerability management. The cloud provider should have a comprehensive vulnerability management program in place to identify, classify, prioritize, and remediate vulnerabilities in their systems and applications. Vulnerability management programs should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain effective against emerging threats. 9. Security monitoring and analytics. The cloud provider should have a comprehensive security monitoring and analytics program in place to detect and respond to security threats in real time. This includes security information and event management, SIEM, systems, anomaly detection, and threat intelligence. Security monitoring and analytics programs should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain effective against emerging threats. 10. Training and awareness. The cloud provider should have a comprehensive training and awareness program in place to educate personnel on cloud security best practices, compliance requirements, and the importance of protecting sensitive customer data. Training and awareness programs should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure personnel remain knowledgeable and competent in cloud security. To regularly review and update these controls, the cloud provider should conduct regular security audits and risk assessments to identify vulnerabilities and areas for improvement. Perform regular vulnerability scanning and penetration testing to identify weaknesses and prioritize remediation efforts. Implement a continuous monitoring program to detect and respond to security threats in real time. Participate in industry threat intelligence sharing and collaborative efforts to stay ahead of emerging threats. Establish a culture of security awareness and accountability throughout the organization, with clear roles and responsibilities for cloud security. By implementing these cloud security controls and mechanisms, and regularly reviewing and updating them, the cloud provider can ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of sensitive customer data.